Good morning. My name is Amy Kaler, and I'm the CEO of Des Moines Waterworks. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for being here today. I'd like to offer a special thank you to Congressman Zach Nunn for being here today and for introducing the legislation that he'll share with you this morning. We're here today because lead service lines are an issue for drinking water utilities across the United States. In Des Moines, we estimate we have 20,000 lead lines, all privately owned, that will cost more than $200 million to replace. I want to be clear, for Des Moines, this is an issue of having lead pipes in the ground. We do not have an issue in Des Moines with lead in our water, and it's important that we keep it that way. But lead pipes are a liability as long as they are in the ground. Replacing 20,000 lead water lines is a challenging and expensive issue. Despite the fact that these lines are privately owned, meaning Des Moines Waterworks does not own them, we still want to be a part of the solution and help eligible community members offset the cost of replacement. I'm pleased today that Congressman Nunn is here with us to announce legislation that will make it easier to replace these lines with fewer financial impact to customers. If Des Moines Waterworks were to take loans to pay for 20,000 lead service lines, our water rates for all customers would have to increase around 30% and remain at that level for about 20 years. I don't want to steal Congressman Nunn's thunder by sharing too many details, but I do want to share one more important piece of news. Des Moines Waterworks is proud to announce that we are launching the first official phase of our lead service line replacement program. We will be replacing lines for about 400 homes in portions of the Drake neighborhood. This is an estimated $4 million project that will kick off this fall. Eligible homeowners will be notified within the next month and they're able to participate, and the project will be paid with partially forgivable loans from the state revolving fund. Our role is always to help protect public health in our community, and we're pleased to be able to offer this opportunity for eligible homeowners in the Drake neighborhood. We appreciate the support of the Congressman in making funds from the state revolving fund more accessible so we can complete more projects like this one. Now I'd like to introduce Des Moines Mayor Connie Boesen and thank her for her support and being here today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having me today. And I wanted to begin by thanking the Des Moines Waterworks and Congressman Nunn for having me here to speak on launching of another lead service line replacement program in one of our neighborhoods. I know residents in the Drake neighborhood will appreciate the opportunity to replace their lead service lines with the funds available through this program. Replacing lead service lines isn't just about infrastructure. It's about public health and ensuring drinking water, a service critical to our community, is taken care of, knowing that our water is safe and the lines we just need to get replaced. These programs are essential to bettering our city without placing a large financial burden on our residents. While residents may replace their lines at any time they wish, it is not always financially feasible. This program eases the financial worries of residents and allows Des Moines Waterworks to be proactive in their efforts to continue to provide safe and clean drinking water for all residents. I'd like to strongly encourage members of the Drake community that are going to be impacted and that are eligible for the program to take advantage of this opportunity. Utilizing these funds allows you to help it create a safer and healthy environment for yourself, your family, and your community. The most important task we have as elected officials is protecting the best interests of those we serve. Making funds for lead service lines accessible is one of those critical pieces of public service puzzles. Now I'd like to welcome Representative Zach Nunn, our U.S. Representative for the 3rd Congressional District, and he's going to speak more in the depth of the Safe Drinking Water for Disadvantaged Communities Act. And thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Madam. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, Connie, Amy, I'm going to have you come up and join me on this because this is really a team effort. I want to thank everybody from the Des Moines community who's here today, as well as our friends across the state of Iowa. Specifically, I want to thank Mayor Boesen. You do such a good job for our entire city. This community is stronger because of your leadership and the team that you've helped establish on that. I know you're experiencing some real life impacts from water. Right now it's the rain, but the reality is that you're helping so many communities that need it. And this kickoff with Drake is a first step in making sure our most vulnerable communities get the resources they need. I also want to say thank you to Amy. Congratulations, first of all, on taking over as CEO. Not only have you jumped into the deep end of this as it is, but you're helping establish a good forward opportunity for Des Moines Waterworks to really become a model for the rest of the country. And that's huge. And for Ted Corrigan, who's out here, our former CEO here at the Waterworks, thank you to Ted and the entire team at Des Moines Waterworks for the efforts that you put forward in this. This could not happen if we did not truly have that federal, state, and certainly our local support to be successful. So let's talk a little bit about where we are right now in new clean water, including the initiative that's been led at Drake neighborhood. It's a clear partnership and a strong partnership that began under Ted's leadership, and now Amy is taking it to the next level. So thank you so much. But let's talk about the challenge. Right now, across the United States, more than 9 million lead service lines are still in use. And so let's be very specific here. I see the example of what this looks like and what it does. And here in Iowa, that means there are 160,000 lead service lines that need to be replaced. And this does not just happen overnight. This is the result of a lot of hard work from folks who are helping our local communities be successful under leadership here, but ultimately a lot of private individuals who now have the opportunity to help service their own lines and their own infrastructure. For thousands of families, that means many in our disadvantaged neighborhoods, they would never have the opportunity to have this changed. But we are making a better opportunity for them at every turn of the faucet to be successful in having clean water now and well into the future. So let's begin with the good news. First of all, Congress has already approved $15 billion in appropriations to replace lead pipes just like this. But the challenge remains that it's not reaching the communities who need it most. Oftentimes, DC red tape, bureaucratic requirements, additional stipulations from cities to provide matching dollars that they do not have, means that those communities in most needs are the last ones serviced by this program. So, let's talk about solutions. I'm proud to be able to lead bipartisan legislation called the Safe Drinking Water for Disadvantaged Communities Act with a Congresswoman from Ohio, Amelia Sykes. Together, we're leading an issue that is both important to Republican and Democrat districts. Not because it's a Republican or Democratic issue, but because it's a human health issue. And it's an issue that we can get solved with this bill. Working together, we have the opportunity now to make sure that funding gets to those communities who need it most. This bill makes it simple and targets clear fixes, ensuring that 100% of these funds at the federal level make it directly to those communities in need without the bureaucratic restrictions that have so far disadvantaged not only those communities, but made it more difficult. And these are provided in the form of forgivable loans as well as grants. Not loans that bury a local government in additional bureaucratic paperwork. These funds don't require the matching dollars just so that they can be implemented. It provides clean water delivered through a process that our local communities can actually access so they can get down to the business of helping folks in need. In simple form, this is a smart policy. It's already paid for, and it puts families and clean water for our communities first. I'm proud to lead this common sense bipartisan legislation, and I look forward to getting it across the finish line so that every Iowa community, whether here in Des Moines, our rural communities, or across our country, has real access to clean water, and that we can move on from the infrastructure that has gotten us to this point to a clean water source that helps communities for generations to come.